Sensation again. And congratulations to Billy Caldo and his fine working people on the committee. Out here as the umpire raises the ball to commence the third and vital quarter of footy, or the high flyer King couldn't get a handle on it at ground level though. Connors, I think you'll find, head down, tail up again as usual, but umpire's coming for another bounce.
It's up, comes down into Vaughn, gets a left foot kick away towards Peters, who traps it. Wentworth over the top, threw it out to Corrigan. He got a handball away to King, just on centre half back. Goes to the left boot towards centre wing. Winner getting over there. And Pilgrim as well. Ronnie, can he run onto it? Reuter comes through. He gets his head absolutely ripped off by Ronnie. Shane Bailey wants to keep going. But Reuter will take free kick at centre half back. Goes wide, looking for O'Leary. And doesn't take the mark. Winner, good pressure and can butter up Stormy. Gets a left foot kick away, wobbly, but it's okay. Perkins is left unattended by Stefanovski and he takes the mark. Now Perkins at half forward, out of side, to drive it in towards Andrews. And here Andrews with a sit, can't take the mark. Delamonica stands his ground. Elfie, handball away to Intervong. Little hand on it, but chopped off by Roth. Handball underneath. Delamonica with a second chance, leaves it behind. Quick hands towards Pilgrim. He picks it up. Handball to Roth, who was in support. Gets a kick away. Goes towards Ronnie. Was it touched? Well, I think... Oh, the umpire made a mistake. And it's a behind to Matt Pilgrim.
Yeah, Matty Pilgrim should have kicked that, Jason. Now, the umpire at GS did call play on because it was touched. Ronnie Pilgrim did mark the ball in the square. He blew his whistle. It was touched off the boot. And yeah, a little bit of hesitation could have cost Eastern Suburbs dearly, but Matty Pilgrim missed from point-blank range.
Oh. O'Leary got it from Sheridan and nearly took the mark. Buckingham can't keep it in. It's out of bounds at half forward for the Tigers. And we see Stephen Gadd with the job on Eugene Marcus now on centre wing here. Boundary throw in. Reuter against Lucas King at half forward. And 7-11 playing 5-8. 15 points of difference. Reuter in front. Gets it down towards Tom and Flanagan. Close to the boundary line again. Flanagan can't keep it in. And we'll have another throw in.
Test of time this game, Jace. I think Andy Reuter has a big bearing on this one. And the challenge will be on Lucas King for the Tigers. You see a quick kick up forward. Bannockburn into attack. Ronnie Pilgrim couldn't handle it. Quick hands there was from Darren Roworth. Found the coach, whose left foot kick, and not a good one. It falls to Perkins, who's had a quick shot at goal. What's he done? Inaccuracy, being very costly. Bannockburn in this third and vital quarter of footy. 3 minutes have gone. They've had, what, 2 shots at goal and then offline and from 20 metres out. Apco Easy Shops bring us this third and vital quarter. 5-9-39 Bannock, Eastern Suburbs 7-11-53.
Stefanovski played on from full-back, kicked it into the centre, looking for Buckingham. He couldn't take the mark, and umpire Grapsis will come in and bounce the footy. He gets the football back now. Just inside the centre square. And Reuter gets it down to the side of the pack. Sheehan and Rose in front. Can't pick it up. O'Leary can. Slung off the footy as he got his kick away, and it dribbles out of bounce. On the other side, centre wing for another boundary throw in. So it's 14 points of difference in the match of the day. Reuter gets it over the back. O'Leary can run onto it, but it's chopped off quickly by Tom. Gets a short little kick away. It's all right. Hill leads Andrews in the race for the footy, and he's wrapped up. Can't get the footy away. And we will have a ball up inside the centre square, just on the attacking side.
Has done a terrific job.
He has. On Andrews, who's kicked 1 goal 2 this afternoon. King goes up, push against Reuter, and it will go to Lucas King. So to drive the Tigers deep into attack. Oh, chopped off beautifully by Troy Sheehan, and he takes the mark at centre half back. Switches play out to the wide open spaces, and O'Leary against 4 takes the mark. Good pinpoint pass, and Miko just on the defensive side of centre wing.
Been a very consistent performer.
Just holding play up. They are. No. Goes towards centre half forward. Loughton in front. and punched away secondary by Della Hunt. Goes towards Stefanovski and Reuter. Stefanovski picks it up, then gets wrapped up by 3 and keeps the for footy back, then loses it again and gets a third attempt, gets a kick away. Corrigan runs back with a fly to the footy and takes a good mark. Handball off quickly to Tom. Wanted to switch play, but goes back on the right and then screws it back over his head. It's okay to Connors. He handballs over the top to the big man King and he runs away. Takes a bounce on centre wing. Takes a second bounce. And then kicks back in board. Oh, poor kick in the end. Delivery towards Perkins, and it's out of bounds for a throw in at 50.
I do apologise to Mrs. King, but that was terrible. Gave his forwards no chance whatsoever with his left foot disposal. And an opportunity here, Sheehan, who's been very cool in the crisis at half-back. Just chips up looking for a teammate. It's a bit well weighted over the head there of Mick O'Leary, and Damien Tom takes the footy. Goes into Nathan Rose. Good skill. Quickly plays on. Finds the coach, Stevie Winter, at centre-half forward. Oh, good work there from Stefanovski. Punches the ball away from Perkins. Pack of players form. Bailey's there. Butters up. Second effort was a good one, but it's wrapped up by Troy Colliger, one of the smaller players in the ground. Good tackle from him. And umpire Grapsis will bounce down about 30 metres now from Bannockburn's goal.
Reuter taps it over the back towards Evans. Matty Pilgrim to run onto it. Evans, though, again, butters up, blind turn, drops the footy. Should have been holding the footy, Ronnie said. The Tigers got a chance. Colliger, kick partly smothered. Punched through by Bailey, is it? Yes, it is. For one behind.
Yeah, Shane Bailey's been around a bit, Jace. For our listeners who may not know much about the number 16 Guernsey, Shane Bailey. How long has he been at the club?
Oh, a number of years. But the unfortunate thing for Shane was that he had some trouble with his arm or something a couple of years ago now, and actually nearly had to have it amputated. So he's had a big comeback into the game. Big comeback.
Good to see him out here this afternoon playing some very good football. The Suburbs. There's been a whistle on play now from the Stefanovski kick-in from full-back. He's kicked it a good 70 metres, the Jacko. Pack of players have formed in the, well, just about centre of Victoria Park here at Bannockburn, outer side of the ground, in between centre wing and the centre of the ground. Good work there, Reuter. Got it to Sheen, was good. Quickly kicks it up to half forward. Puts a bit of pressure now on his forwards, though. Allows Corrigan to come in and get the ball over the line and out of bounds. About 60 metres now from the Suburbs goal. Kicking to the railway end of the ground here at Bannockburn. Good work there, King. The ruckman pumps it to the direction of Pilgrim. That was Matty. But the bounce of the ball beat him, and some good pressure again by Troy Sheen, who ended up with the footy. Sees it over the line and out of bounds. Throw in. Reuter, the big round arm, tries to get it towards his goal. Can't do so. Della Hunt was good. Picks it up and has time to steady and screws it around looking for Flanagan in the centre of the ground. Nearly took the mark. Too quick there for Sean O'Leary. Recovered well his second effort. Right foot kick up to the drainer at centre wing and takes a nice mark there in front of Hill. Now, plays on. The drainer, left foot kick up there for the big fella. Oh, Perkins in front, nearly took the mark. Loose ball, spills free to Roweth. Can he steady? Went to fade the hand pass, trying to do too much, Darren Roweth. Should have kicked the ball, was, I'd suggest, the call. And some good defensive football by the Eastern Suburbs side. Into Vong was there, likewise Evans. Gets the ball out of bounds. Members side, half forward flank, a good 65, 70 metres now from the Bannockburn goal, and what an opportunity there missed.
King pushed out of the ruck contest by Reuter, then a quick kick off the ground by him. Wentworth in front of Peters, Bucky in there also. Chicken Hawk works hard and got a high tackle and will take a free kick.
A little bit of frustration, Buckingham, showing that he's keen to go on with it. And has had a great game, Mark Buckingham, for the Suburbs this afternoon. But the Chicken Hawk, Jace, as you've called, gets the footy.
Goes towards Pilgrim and Roweth. Off the front of the pack, College couldn't take it with him. Bailey can. He gets it back in towards the centre. Who's it going to sit for? Sheridan, who meets the footy, runs onto it and kicks long towards the wide open spaces. Stevenson runs out. Will have 5 metres on broad. Can he get around him? Yes, he can. Then steadies, kicks with the right boot. Good kick. That's a goal. Good kick. Great play. And that's Adam Sheridan again. From the middle, good kick into space. Well,
I think the secret is there, though. You don't pussyfoot around. Sheridan, when he does get the football, utilises it perfectly. Kicked the ball 70 metres then. It's probably ended up 80 after it hit the ground and bounced. Stevenson used his bulk and strength and has kicked Eastern Suburbs' 8th goal. Apco Easy Shop's third quarter, 8-11-59. Suburbs 5-10-40 for the Bannockburn side. Chasing, my apologies. I got a little bit tongue-tied.
Well, waiting for the footy to come back in the centre? No, never.
Pretty impressive stuff, and it brought back memories, mate. That low raking drop punt of Sheridan's was a beauty.
Did he ever kick it like that, Noel? No. As easy as that, no.
Well, actually, in 1979, I kicked 6 on this ground from the centre.
In your one and only game. Oh, no, that was at Belmont. That was at East Belmont, was it?
I played the first game of Bannockburn was here.
Grovedale, that's right. Ball comes to Gadd. Handball quickly to King. Off one step, around the corner. Pilgrim, Ronnie can't pick it up on the first occasion. O'Leary, that Sean can drop the footy against Pilgrim. Now they've got the run. Flanagan, left foot kick towards Roworth and Evans. Roworth dragged off by Evans. He's a good tackler. He's got a bit of support too. Hills there. And gets the kick away back into the centre. Down the field. Got one high after it from Roworth. And Fano saw it and said yes. And it will be a free kick. Going to go to Peters in the middle for the Eagles.
Well, things are getting a bit desperate now for Bannockburn.
Open forward line. Look at that. Heaps of space for Stevenson to run into. And also Loughton. He kicks it high. Looking for both of them. They're both up. Stevenson can't take it. Roved off the front by Corrigan well to Clint Shaw. Touched off the boot. Play on. And Wentworth wrapped up by a couple. Could have been a high tackle. Held in, says the umpire.
Been given the benefit there, I'd suggest. The chicken hook. And umpire grabs us. Gee whiz, missed that one, and it was right in front of him. But he'll throw the ball in the air. And King has infringed on Reuter on that occasion. We'll get the free kick, Andy Reuter. And the Ranger breaks clear. And the umpire said no. Why didn't he just call play on the umpire?
Well, no comment means we don't know either. No. It was the other one, wasn't it?
It was. Deary me.
Oh, Reuter. Good kick for distance. Shaw comes across the front of the pack, can't take the mark. Wentworth for the safety of the boundary line, and he finds it. About 35 metres around from the Eagles' goal.
Umpires have done a great job, actually, Chase, but I sometimes wonder whether their rule book's different than ours.
Have you got a rule book, have you? I haven't.
Well, you let the play go.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. Lount in front, double-hander to the front of the pack. Gadd quickly to Wentworth, kick smothered, backwards in fact, goes towards Intervong again, can't keep it in, and it's out of bounds for another throw-in, just a little bit close to the Eagles' goal. They lead 8-11-59, Bannockburn 5-10-40. 19
points the margin, and Bannockburn, a little sense of urgency creeping into their game. They need to get the next 6-pointer. They're defending at the minute. Oh, Eugene Marcus traps it well from the boundary throw-in. His kick, not a good one, though. The bouncing ball. Oh, good work, Rose. Taps it forward, but it's gone straight to Mick O'Leary with skill and composure. Got it to Praslik. I think you'll find. Shoots at goal. Thank God Troy Colliger was there, because Nappies has marked the ball last line of defence. Has time to have 2 bounces. Steady. Chip over the top. Great football from Nappies. Finds... that looks like Damien Tom on the ground. Kicks to centre wing. Looks there for the chicken hook. Lost his footing at the crucial time. Great tackle, Flanagan. Peters, though, was good. Under pressure, found Reuter, who bombs it up looking for the high flyers.
He fell to his knees,
Shaw and Brent Loughton have tangled arms and bodies, and Grapsis, the umpire, has said, I'm not sure what, but Brett Loughton has got the football. The Suburb supporters are happy, but really they'd probably be a bit unhappy with that, because there was nothing in it. The high tackle was called, but I think both boys had their eyes on the ball for mine. Loughton now from 45. I think you'll find he's poked it through pretty comfortably, in fact. It's his first, though, and... gee whiz, it's taken, let's have a look, 14 and a half minutes of the third and a vital quarter of footy for him to kick his first. So, hasn't had the bearing he has so far this season, this afternoon, but it is early days. Apco Easy Shop, third and vital quarter of footy. shows that Suburbs now have snuck away to 25-point leaders. 9-11-65, Bannockburn 5-10-40, and Bannock really need to work the ball in the next 15 minutes of football, Jason, because the margin is growing.
It is 25 points now the difference, and Loughton's first goal, and they've made a number of positional changes. Andrews at centre half forward, Perkins is at full forward, King still in the ruck, Colliger, Pilgrim, that's Matt, and Winter in the middle. The Tigers, and they need to win it from there. Reuter up against King, they go up. Neither gets an effective tap, goes towards Andrews, creates a path for nobody except Andy Hill, his direct opponent, goes towards Loughton again, good punch away, Clinton Shaw does well. Loughton, can he keep it in front of him? Now Shaw over the top, does well. Got some support also from Rose, quick hands to Delahunt, quick hands to Clinton Shaw over the top. Can he run away from the big ruckman? Yes he can, he gets a Shepherd, gets his kick away, Andrews and Hill now. Hill leads in the race to the footy, and gets the hands away well to the big man Reuter, who gets a good Shepherd, handball inside to Sheehan. On centre wing, tries to measure the pass towards Loughton, and also coming across, good play Gadd. He's got some support, Delahunt, handball. Heard the call from Rose, didn't get that far. Irving has dropped the footy, no free kick.
Deary me.
And it comes back towards Ronnie, who gets it back to Gadd, and goes to the right boot, just steadies, goes towards half forward. Hill goes up, good punch away too. But it's all Bannockburn at the full of the footy. King leaves it behind, got some support from Connors, he can't pick it up though. And now he can, he breaks away.
Well done.
Handball to Winter running past. The coach goes to the right boot, high. Towards Evans and O'Leary, and also Hill in front of the pack. The Eagles defence working overtime. Now O'Leary off the ground, that's Sean Perkins, and also Flanagan. Sean O'Leary does well to see it out of bounds for a throw in outside 50 for the Tigers.
Yeah, just a difference there of forward thrust. There wasn't a real lot of decisiveness, was there, for the Bannockburn side. The kick from Steve Winter was a shocker. Here's an opportunity now for Rose. Again, a high ball. It makes it very hard for the high flyers. Whether they can jump or not, as Andrews did on that occasion, he couldn't mark it. But it's much better to take the ball on the chest, Jason, from a low penetrating drop punt.
Much more effective. Ron, boundary throw in. Reuter from behind, big thump away. Now it's Sheehan and Flanagan. Bannockburn had the numbers. Can they get it out? It's at 50. They don't. Sheehan does. Kick around the corner towards Irving and Interthong. Delahunt attacks the footy.
Ooh, and hit Danny Irving pretty hard too, and that was quite fair in love and war. Irving, he's pretty tough. He got up.
Thrown in. Reuter in front. King punched out by Reuter through the middle. Oh, Prazelek got tripped. Oh. Holding the footy, says the umpire.
Well, I'm going to start to get critical. I wrapped them up early because their first half was good, but they're both umpiring from too far away from the action.
O'Leary takes the mark at half back, and it's going to be Sean O'Leary from half back for the Eagles. He goes in towards the middle, high kick, looking for Sheridan, gets a hand to it. Tom Roves, handball, chopped off by Peters. O'Leary right in the dust bowl. Sheridan breaks one tackle, then handball to nobody. Flanagan for Bannockburn. Marcus makes up a bit of ground. He's handball towards Winter at centre half forward. Knew he was going to get tackled. Tried to get rid of the footy. Corrigan held on to. No free kick. It's at centre half forward for the Tigers. And it's bottled up. The umpire will throw it up. It's 9-11 playing 5-10. It's 25 points of difference. Eastern Suburbs in front at Victoria Park.
Yeah, interesting there with Eugene Marcus, who brought the ball into his body. Got away with it. And so does Sheen on that occasion. From that bounce down at centre half back for the Suburbs, he gathered the crumbs and has kicked the ball to centre half forward. But I tell you what, Clinton Shaw, since being moved down there, has done well. He plays on quickly, goes to the members' side wing, and the skipper in Stormy Winter takes the footy, but again it's a high ball. Looks up there for the high flyers. Troy Colliger in front. Ball spills now. Opportunity here for King. A penetrating kick up there, Pilgrim. Gee whiz, a quick snap at goal. Reflex stuff. It was good, but unfortunately the kick from Ronnie Pilgrim was just offline and has missed an opportunity there. And had he kicked that, gee whiz, it could have been the goal of the afternoon. 4 goals the margin. Bannockburn 5-11-41. Suburbs 9-11-65. 24 points the margin. Apco Easy Shops third quarter scoreboard.
Kick in by Hill. Good kick too. Lots of distance. Prazelek. Rose at the front. Can run away. Left foot smothered, though, well by Marcus. Keeps in front of him, then loses it. Got a bit of support. Sheehan, who's done well in this third term. Kick around the corner. O'Leary coming across Perkins. O'Leary keeps it in front of him. Keeps it in, does he? No, he can't. But he gains a lot of meterage there. And it's on centre wing on the outer side for a bounce. So, for a throw-in, 9-11 playing 5-11. 4 goals the difference. Reuter, who's rucked unchanged this afternoon against the King. Reuter in front. Takes it out, tried to kick it as he got slung. Good tackle in there, some heavy tackling. Handball to nobody in particular, punch away. Goes towards Gadd, handball well to Flanagan. Takes a bounce, Sheehan's right next to him, wraps him up, he gets away, does he? Yes, just. Gets his kick away, long towards Roworth and Evans. Roworth stands his ground, can't take the mark. Good play though, hands good to Andrews. Can he kick the goal? No, he can't, he misses. Under a bit of pressure there from Andy Hill. And 1 goal 3 this afternoon for the drain-up. So it's 5-12-42 Bannockburn, 9-11-65 Eastern Suburbs. Hill to do the kicking in from fullback for the Eagles. Straight down the ground, Loughton gives him a long lead. Good kick too towards Buckingham and also Prazelek. Need a rover in the front. Who is it? It's Colliger. Slick hands to Connors. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Chops. Can he kick the goal? It goes over Hill's head, does it? Yes, it does.
Chopper has popped it through as Flanagan comes off the ground for the Bannockburn side. Let's hope he's okay. Coming on Wayne Colliger. A very handy goal. Middle stages of the third quarter. Time check. 20 minutes gone of the third and vital quarter. Apco Easy Shop's third quarter scoreboard. Bannockburn 6-12 now, 48 points. They trail the Eastern Suburbs side. The Mighty Eagles 9-11-65 margin, now back to 17 points, Jason. A real ball game here for round 8, GDFL match of the day.
Well, good roving there by Colliger. Reuter gets it, got off to Connors. Now Marcus wrapped up in the tackle. Handball to Intervon. Can't get the footy away effectively. Colliger in there working hard again. Look at him, breaks away a couple, then wrapped up, drops a footy. Play on the call. Oh, Sheehan with an indiscriminate kick there against Rose, and he will take the free kick in the middle for the Tigers. Nathan Rose. Now, Rose goes long towards Stefanovski and Evans. Stefanovski, second punch away. Roworth and Sheridan coming at pace. Sheridan pushes Roworth off the footy, then breaks away from a couple, then drops the footy. And it's going to be a free kick to Lucas King for Bannockburn. And he wants to move it on quickly, one-on-one to Pilgrim and also Bailey. It's a poor kick off the boot. Ronnie gets his chest to it, can't take the mark. Ronnie now. He'll kick this if he goes for it. He goes short. Good vision to the drainer. He loves those little kicks around the corner, Ronnie.
Yeah, very skilled.
And he's giving it to Shane Andrews.
Pleading with Shane Andrews to kick the ball straight. So far to date, he hasn't. He's been missing to the left all the time. Just tends to rush himself a little. And, well, this is a vital kick from about 40 metres. 45-degree angle. It floats. Not a good kick, but I think you'll find the helicopter, I'll call it, has gone through the middle. Notice the way the ball flew through the air? Sideways.
Very good, Ron. That's a very good description of that kick. You haven't lost it, have you?
But the young fella has kicked his second, and that's an important goal for Bannockburn, and they're still right in this game. They've kicked the last two, moves them now to 7-12-54. Eastern Suburbs 9-11-65, margin back to 9 points. Time check, the promoted sports clothing time clock shows 14 minutes gone of this third quarter.
Now, we're just discussing next week in the league game, Ron. We don't want you to sell jackets or buy jackets next year, all right? Next week, remember? Please. Back in the middle, yeah, look at you with a big smile on your face. Tom off the half-back flank, handball. Telemonica, Pilgrim, Matty, can he break away? Yes, he can. The helmeted one goes towards half-forward. King on the right foot on this occasion. Long towards full forward. Stefanovski from behind. Bailey. Now it's a foot race, and Bailey's going to be able to clear, is he? Yes, he does. Gets a kick away. Rose and Buckingham. Rose does well. Eye on the ball all the time. That's what you need. He's got Connors short. He's also got Nappy short, and he goes to him. Troy plays on now. Buckingham coming at him. He goes with the right boot, long into the full forward. Roworth from behind takes the mark. Rowie.
And the Tigers are back. Mickey Hickleton, the chairman of selectors here on the boundary line, looking a little bit happier. Hasn't kicked the ball yet, Roworth. That famous number 8 Guernsey. He's kicked a 1 point here so far this afternoon. He's no more than 4 metres out. Pretty tight angle, but I'd suggest as Jack Dye would say, you could put down your glasses, listeners.
Oh.
Have I mossed him?
You're wondering, don't you? He's kicked it.
Ho-ho! It's a 6-pointer! And I've got the crowd in as well.
Oh, God. Well, it's 8-12-60. It's back to 5 points of difference. Eastern Suburbs 9-11-65. They lead by that margin at Easy Shop third quarter scoreboard.
And don't forget, just is best for country football. GDFL 98. 94.9 on your dial. Guest FM.
Oh, kicking up early. Gets the ball down. Winner. Kick off the ground. Delamonica wrapped up, gets his kick away though. Tom and Buckingham in the race for the footy. The Major gets it. Handball over the top to Wentworth, sets him a bit of a task. Gets a left foot kick away. Sheehan stands his ground in the middle. Victoria Park and takes the mark. Stevenson on a long lead from full forward. He goes to centre half forward. Poor kick in the end. Gad, big thump away. Andrew standing his ground. Got a bit of support. Delahunt was going to handball it to him. Then he runs away. One bounce. Can he get around Sheridan? Yes, he does. Goes to the left boot towards Pilgrim and Bailey, the 2-16s. Pilgrim stands his ground. Goes to the back of the pack. Stefanowski over it. He can't take it with him. Now Bailey has got it. And that was a throw, said the umpire, and that's 50. Well,
the whistle was late, and I think the umpire will give him the benefit of the doubt, which he has. And the adrenaline is starting to pump. Not just for the Bannockburn side, but the umpires, they're getting involved a little bit more now as well.
One of the commentators too,
and,
I think.
I'd suggest that, yes, I have a lump in my throat.
Glad it's in your throat. Perkins, handball quickly to Ronnie on the left, outside of the left. Goes towards Roworth again, and Roworth takes the mark. He's got King on the inside. He elects though to hold it. He says, hang on.
I've kicked one, I'll kick two.
And this is to give the Tigers the lead.
Famous number 8.
Made famous by who, Ron?
Thank you very much. In actual fact, when I did play, I wore 13, which the Major's wearing.
The Major. Roworth now from the right forward pocket. Comes in, good kick off the boot. He's pretty sharp, Rowie.
The Tigers are back in town here at Victoria Park. Time check shows on the Promoted Sports Clothing time check machine. Press the right buttons. 18 and a half minutes gone, and we have a ball game. Apco Easy Shops, third and vital quarter of footy. Bannockburn 9-12-66. Eastern Suburbs 9-11-65. And it's a bit like September, isn't it, fellas? A bit like September.
Is it? Okay. No, it is. Great game of footy. Reuter. King goes up, gets it to Connors. They're starting to win the ball in the middle, Bannockburn, and they get it towards centre half foot again. Falls towards Pilgrim. Bailey, though. Breaks away. Oh, poor kick off the boot. Goes towards Rose. Buckingham. Just a quick kick towards centre wing. Foot race now. Tom and O'Leary. Tom gets it back to Delahunt. Around the corner towards centre wing. Rose runs under it. Sean O'Leary keeps it in front. Does well. Controls the footy. Goes back towards half forward looking for his brother. But it is a mark, and it's going to be Delahunt at half back, to take the mark, and the kick out of the Tigers back line. He keeps it on centre wing on the outer side, looking for Andrews, has to make up a bit of ground, gets a hand to it, but can't take the mark, and it's out of bounds on centre wing.
First mistake Steve Delahunt's made today, and it could be costly in the final analysis because the ball's just too far forward of Andrews. Boundary throw in though is okay because Colliger got up to Matty Pilgrim, flung to the ground, loose ball. Oh, Colliger with skill got around Sheridan comfortably, shoots from 40 metres. That's the goal of the day, Nappies, you little champion, wearing that breakfast champion's number, has popped through his second, and I'm pretty excited about it, as you've probably noticed, gentlemen.
No, you're joking, aren't you?
What a great goal.
I thought you said his last goal was the goal of the day.
Bannockburn 10-12-72. Eastern Suburbs 9-11-65. Margin back to 7 points. Apco Easy Shops in and around Geelong. The one-stop shop that's got the lot. That's the Apco Easy Shops.
King goes up early against Reuter there. Now O'Leary back in the middle. That's Michael. Goes towards half foot. Peters, Wentworth running back with a fly to the footy. Great mark. Poor Wentworth. At half back. Plays on now. Goes to the right boot towards centre wing. Marcus and also O'Leary there. O'Leary goes to the right boot towards Stevenson at full forward. Broad from behind, punches it away. Tries to go the second punch. There's Wentworth again. Gives it off to Clinton Short, who's done very well at centre half back since being moved there. There's that helicopter pass to Winter. Measures the pass towards King. Oh, good mark. Puts the arms up. And I'd say Andrews is having a run in the ruck, and something else is having a run here in the commentary box as well. King now goes from centre half forward towards Bailey. And free kick found. Going to be a push. And it's going to be a free kick. Oh, Bailey.
The wind direction's changed.
But Bailey goes wide to Stefanovski. Oh, that's a poor kick by Jacko. He goes wide, Rose, and falls back in towards Buckingham. Does it sit for him? Yes, it does. He gets a quick kick away just as Colliger puts a tackle on him, and it's out of bounds on centre wing. Oh, Ron.
Now, it's got very warm up here in the box, but I've got to tell you, Mark Buckingham in this quarter has drifted out of the game, and that is the reason why
the
Tigers are back in town. As we see now, the Suburbs, Albert Clinton, Shaw, and the Loughton contest of beauty. Well done there from the big fella. That was Shaw, got a quick kick, but it's Sharkwell O'Leary to Intervong. Intervong's kick dropped short, broad it was, the fullback, in front. Oh, kicking in danger, not paid by the umpire, but Bannockburn clear through Winter to half-back. Colliger had it, lost it. Opportunity here for the Suburbs. Sean O'Leary pumps it onto his right foot, looks to the high flyers, but going back with the flight of the footy. Taking a fine grab last line of defence was Stephen Delahunt. It doesn't matter because the siren sounds. To terminate a very good third quarter by the Bannockburn side, who in fact have turned around a 16-point deficit into a 7-point surplus. Jason Doherty at three-quarter time. APCO Easy Shop's third quarter scoreboard. Bannockburn 10-12, 72. They lead Eastern Suburbs 9-11-65. Your thoughts on the third quarter?
Well, in that quarter, Bannockburn kicked 5 goals, while Eastern Suburbs kicked 2 straight goals. So obviously, Bannockburn working their way back into the match. The goal kickers to three-quarter time for Bannockburn. 2 each to Darren Roworth, Shane Andrews and Troy Colliger. Singles to Kevin Connors, Stephen Winter, Ron Pilgrim and Lucas King. While for Eastern Suburbs, 3 to Morris Stevenson and 2 each to David Peters and Richard Prezelek. And singles to Paul Camerotto and Brent Loughton. And we can tell you about Camerotto that he has done his Achilles heel and will take no further part in the match this afternoon. So bad luck there for the Banana. But a great third quarter by Bannockburn. They had to work their way back in it, especially when Eastern Suburbs kicked the first couple of goals of that quarter to even break the margin open further. And a great fight back by Bannockburn, led by Troy Colliger, Lucas King, Kevin Connors in the middle, and Paul Wentworth across half-back, and Clinton Shaw have been fantastic.
Yeah, well, Jason, just quickly, like trying to work out who was the better players for the Suburbs, you've got to really scratch your head. And, certainly Mick O'Leary, I thought, was probably their better contributor in that
Troy
turn.
Sheen.
Troy Sheen, I've liked his game all day, actually. And Shane Bailey, you've got to mention him. But other than that, no one really stepped out or stood out in that quarter. And that's probably the reason why the score is what it is. Bannockburn kicking 5 goals, 5 for the term against 2 straight. Bannockburn had many good players in that term, plenty of runners, and they included, of course, Nappy's Colliger kicking the goal of the day. Clearly the most prominent player in that quarter. Closely followed, I thought, by, again, Paul Wentworth in the back pocket. The vice-captain doing a great job, and very impressed with Lucas King and also Connors. Great contributors for the Bannockburn side all afternoon. Getting the wind up here. Back with the action of the round 8 GDFL match of the day here at Victoria Park, Bannockburn.